Focus and cut out distractions. Notifications, pop-up messages, emails, colleagues coming constantly to talk to you, all these can disrupt your workflow and you may lose productivity. So what does one do here? One, try to keep your mobile on silent. Silence off all the notifications, social media notifications. And ask colleagues, or I would rather say assign colleagues a time during the day when they can come and approach you, either to ask questions or to receive feedback. So you must concentrate on what you are doing. Here I can also emphasize one more point, and that is when you come to work early in the morning and you find your desk cluttered, it could make you lose time in getting to work. So the first thing that you ought to do is declutter. Take regular breaks. Working without a break can do more harm than good. If you take regular breaks, then the brain gets refreshed and you can refocus on your work. Remember, either you can go for a walk or try the Pomodoro technique. What is this Pomodoro technique? This technique uses a timer to break down your work into intervals. Each interval is known as Pomodoro after the tomato-shaped timer that Cirillo created. Choose a task that you need to get done. Set a timer, for example, for 25 minutes. Focus on the task at hand. When the timer rings, put a check mark on a piece of paper. Take a short break. Do something non-related to give your brain a break. So when I say non-related, it could be having a cup of coffee, going for a short walk, or reading one chapter of your favorite novel, or so on. And then repeat. This technique is good for those who are creative thinkers or those who feel burnout from work. Set goals. By doing so, you know exactly the direction you are heading in. So, make sure that you set small goals and take small steps towards achieving those goals. I would go one step ahead here and say, write down those steps. And the moment you achieve these steps, you realize that you have achieved your goal too. Remember, goals determine your organization's main objectives, priorities, and vision. But they are also useful in getting things done faster and more effectively. Stop multitasking. Now here you might ask me, how can you say that? Because generally people believe that multitasking is a sign of good time management. However, statistics prove differently. In fact, they say multitasking brings down your productivity. Let me give you an example. If you have a client on call and you ask, the client wants to ask you some questions. While you are talking to the client, you are also opening a file in order to make some notes. That is multitasking, which is possibly needed too at that moment. But at the same time, if you have another caller on hold and you are opening up his file to write down a few more details, how far do you think you will be able to cater to the needs of both the clients at the same time? Some of you might say that yes, you can do it. Well, good for you. But you must realize that you will be able to work more efficiently and cater to both the clients and their queries more effectively if only you take one account at a time, deal with it, and then move on to the other. Allocate your time. Do you ever know how much time you spend on tasks? Majority of us have no idea. If you set a time to your tasks, your activities, your projects, then it will help you organize in a much better way, and this will help you to organize your workday and your workflow. Tools, tools and tools. Tools are an inseparable part of our lives in today's day and age. Use the following to better manage your time. Time tracking software, to-do list, project management software, communication tools like Skype, Zoom, etc., or apps helpful in creating good habits. Reward yourself. Every time you accomplish something, celebrate it. You can celebrate it any way you want, a big celebration or a small one. Rewards are little ways of motivating yourself. Create a morning routine. It is the first thing that you do in the morning that sets the pace for the rest of the day and determines what you are going to achieve during the day. So, a good morning routine will set you in the right mood and motivate you to work better. Communicate. Proper communication saves time. If you don't convey your plans, requirements and intentions clearly to people, then there's going to be a lot of misunderstanding and conflicts, which, believe me, you do not want to face. Set deadlines. If you are setting a deadline, make sure that you stick to it. Don't make an executive decision to push it back. Avoid postponement. Never leave till tomorrow what you can do today. Wise words by Benjamin Franklin. Communicate. To sum up, time management is not a personality trait. It is a set of good habits. You need to cultivate them. You can pause the video for a while and go through this activity in order to identify your bad habits and work on them to make a change.